CI Living, at home in your community.
The Good Nurse, a chilling true-life crime story, starts on Netflix this week. Film critics Pam Powell and Chuck Koplinski recently sat down with its director, Tobias Lindum, to discuss his reasons for bringing this story to the screen.
Toby, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for joining us to talk about The Good Nurse. The Hunt and Another Round, I have to say, are two of my favorite films, super impactful films. And now we have The Nurse, another very impactful movie. It's a true crime thriller, but it really is so much more than that. What was it that urged you to tell this story and tell it from the perspective that you chose?
You know, I'm a son of struggling, lonely mom. And when I read about this story first, it was the strength of Amy that in some way reflected in my memory of my mom. She's still around, but now, it's different since I have 3 kids. But nevertheless, to remember the strength that she had back in our childhood and see how she used that strength in Amy's character to change and stop what a whole system couldn't stop was really inspiring and became my way in.
Very good.
Now, I know that you talked to Amy and that, if I read correctly, she was on the set. How did her presence alleviate some of the burden that you had in telling the story? And how did her presence contribute to this whole process?
Well, when I read the Charles Graeber's book, The Good Nurse, the first time, I had to meet Amy just to get some of these things confirmed. It seemed too wild to be true. In some ways, it also seemed like too much of a perfect story to be true. So I had to get her, and she would confirm these things. And then she said something that really struck with me and defined the way that Eddie and I worked. It was that she insisted that the friendship was real, that Charlie was her friend, that he saved her life, that he was the friend. And then he was also a killer, but she only met the killer once or twice. And that really made me, made us, brave enough to portray Charlie as a nice, friendly guy for 80 or 90% of the film. And just having faith that that would be enough as long as we would see him as the killer just once.
Did you, based on the book, and I know there's a documentary about this subject as well, did you have any communication with Charlie Cullen, or did you feel that this is a story told through Amy's eyes and that wasn't necessary?
I definitely felt like that. First of all, I didn't want to allow myself to be fascinated with him. I don't think that there was anything really fascinating about Charlie Cullen. I think that it was fascinating. The big question for me was not why did he do it? It was why didn't the system stop him? Why did the system allow this to continue? And that was where we wanted to spend our energy. So I would talk a lot to Amy about her friendship with Charlie to understand the dynamic between Eddie and Jessica. And I would talk to, and I know that Eddie would as well, talk to Charles Graeber, the author of the book, to understand the more complex psychology behind. But we never wanted to go in there. And it's for one simple reason. It's a very human thing to want to bring order into chaos and to understand it. But I don't think the answer of why is actually there. I don't think we can understand it. And it would be an illusion if I tried to explain it in a film like this. And therefore, it makes much more sense for me to focus on the humanity of Amy as a superpower.
Thank you very much, Tobias, for talking with us today. We have a lot more questions. I know time is limited, but thank you for making The Good Nurse and giving us this impactful film.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day.
Oh, well, we do appreciate Pam and Chuck for sharing those interviews with us here on CI Living. The Good Nurse starts on Netflix Wednesday, October 26th, and you can find those interviews posted at CILiving.tv.